Hello, my friend, and welcome to your Reiki session. I'm going to begin with this little aura mist. It's just a little bit of lavender. Really soothing, really gentle, very calming. It's been charging in the light of the full moon on our windowsill. These windows lead to the roof of my porch, and sometimes I'll put my crystals out there. It's not going to be too wet. Sometimes I'll put my aura mist out there to charge. And so we're going to begin with this really gentle spraying in your aura. And all you need to do is just lie back, relax, and just let the healing wash over you. Let the aroma of the lavender just calm you down and center you and bring you into the present moment. Today's session is all about belonging. And it can be a very challenging subject and theme. It just can be hard to hold space for that because it means that you feel that maybe you don't belong. And for this session, we're really going to be combing through that, any of those tangles that make you feel like you're not worthy of belonging, that make you feel like you're different, that make you feel like you're the other, so that we can really stop trying to fit in and start shifting to truly belonging. Belonging is about acceptance. It's about being accepted. It's about accepting others. It's about accepting ourselves. So we're going to start with a really calm, soothing foundation, and then we're going to build on top of that. How does that sound? Okay. But first, a few slow deep breaths for me. I just want you to feel nice and calm, nice and relaxed, because we're really just hanging out. Just one of your friends doing some energy healing on you. One of your friends doing some Reiki on you here. Let's do a little bit of an aura fluffing here. Do me a favor and slow your breathing down even more. Just try to really expand ever so gently on your inhale and just release on your exhale. Just release any energy on your exhale. I did want to mention a few of you have reached out about learning Reiki from me, and unfortunately the class is closed. So I'm sorry that you weren't able to do it this time, but I'll be opening hopefully it again in a few months. I'll keep you posted. But yeah, I'm sorry about that. But it's been a great group. I'm really excited about it. But I'm sorry that you weren't able to join this time. Maybe next time. Okay, my love. Good. Beautiful. I'm going to use the Selenite tower to do some pulling. in Reiki, a lot of the times we pull kind of dark cords of energy out of the mental plane to make room for different thoughts, new thoughts, maybe lighter thoughts. Right? It's never about ignoring the darkness, but it's about choosing where we put our focus and healing what needs, healing, tending to those things that need our attention. I love how this is shimmering in the light here. It's really beautiful. This is a selenite tower, like I said. A lot of the time, this is great for cleansing your aura. It's also great for cleansing other stones. So you could, lay this on its side and put another stone on here. That's a good way of doing it. This is a blue lace agate. So you could put that on there, cleanse that like that. One thing I like to do with this particular crystal is I like to hold it up like so and put my rings on top so they can be kind of cleared and cleansed. That's nice, and they're just kind of encircling the top of this little tower. It does look like a kind of a medieval tower. It just looks, I don't know, there's something very magical about it. It looks kind of fantastical to me with all the ledges and everything. Kind of glimmers from within, which I think is really beautiful. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really beautiful, and I love this stone. I don't use it very often in sessions because very often it's either in the center of a grid that I have. I like using this sometimes as a generator to pull my, to charge my manifestations and send them out into the universe. And sometimes I just like having it in the window just to clear the energy as I come in. But yeah, so we're going to take this, we're going to work in the mental plane, and we're just pulling any of that gunk out and casting it into those candles there. So I want to really call attention here to any energy or thought that is related to not belonging. So is there any aspect of you that comes up when we talk about belonging, and the first thought is, I don't belong, I'm not part of this, I feel so separate, I'm not connected. We just want to start to say, okay, what's going on with these thoughts? So as you kind of mull over this, we're just pulling out any blockages. We're pulling out any blockages as they kind of relate to your feeling of belonging. I often think that if we feel like we don't belong, like we're not belonging, we just haven't found our group yet. We haven't found our collective. We haven't found our community yet. So if you can try to access that level of understanding, saying, maybe it's not that I don't belong, maybe it's that I just don't belong with these people or in this situation. If you're feeling like you have to change who you are, what your beliefs are, what you like, all of that to fit in, then maybe it just means that you haven't found your group, you haven't found your community. So we're really going to be calling that community in, knowing that you're not alone, that you are accepted, that once you stop trying to fit in, once you kind of shed that shroud of attempting to shift and reform who you are in order to be accepted by others, if instead you start to find out who you are, what you like, what you love, what you don't like, and honor that, so that if there are people out there, there are. But when you do encounter people out there who are like you, who, have the same interests, or even if you don't have the same interests, you just connect, then you'll actually be able to find each other, because you'll be shining brightly with that beacon of your authentic self. Whereas if you're trying to fit in, if they're trying to find a person who's like them, but they see you just sort of behaving and talking and acting like others, then they'll just think, oh, I can never belong here with these people because they're all the same. I feel different, So it's just an opportunity to start to say, who am I? And how can I resonate more fully from my authentic self? Not in a domineering way, but in just a way that's calm and confident, knowing that you have your light within you that can shine so bright if you let it. And that way it's sort of like you're turning that switch, helping people to see that you're available. It's sort of like you're that lighthouse shining out, and people can say, oh, that's someone who's like me. It takes so much courage, but that's really what it's about. It's about the courage to be yourself and find belonging, true belonging, instead of just fitting in. So I'm going to have this candle here, and I just want to toss some of our kind of ropes of maybe disempowering thought into there. I'm going to come a little closer. And you can really, even declare out loud, I wish to release this. I wish to release this. I wish to release this. I unhook from this. I offer this up for Anna to clear and cleanse. I offer this up for Anna to pull out and pluck from my mental plane. You're doing a great job. Wonderful. So now I'm going to take this rattle and I want to just sort of shake up any energy that's not serving you. Particularly, I want to shake up any kind of fear, any of that anxiety or fear. I know that a few of you have shared with me recently that you feel like you're in a really anxious time right now. And I just want you to know that, first of all, you're not alone. Going in the comments and seeing how, I've talked about this before, but you guys are so supportive of each other. And so much of what you share is shared by others, which is incredible. And it means that this collective energy is so connected. And also, you're so connected to each other in such an empathetic way, wanting to support each other and be kind to each other. So often I just am so moved by your comments to each other. One of you will say something like, I've been really struggling lately. My roommate is, doing this and it's really hard for me, or my family is doing this, or I'm going through this breakup, or whatever it is. And so many people will say, immediately as well, will say, I hope you feel better. I'm so sorry you're going through that. I mean, it's incredible. It's so supportive and loving. So just know that you can find these pockets of support and belonging. And while you kind of look in your, kind of like throughout your day for those kinds of connections and deeper connections, you can also forge and foster relationships here. You are so accepted here. You belong in this space. We accept everything about you. You accept you just as you are. And this is just a loving, gentle, kind, compassionate space for you to share your energy and your light, and to kind of find what's going on for you. Find yourself here a little bit. So just know that it's possible. It's possible for you right now to feel that sense of belonging instantaneously. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute, but I wanted to use this little seed pod rattle to help you sort of shake up any of those preconceptions or any thoughts that are disempowered, beliefs that you don't want to hold anymore, that you want to release. Okay, my love. Gonna waft a little bit of this energy away. If anything came up for you that you feel like maybe you want to release, and again, always feel free to call that out. I'm gonna place a little selenite wand down by your feet so we can waft it into that wand. Any residual tension, any residual tightness, held or stuck beliefs or thoughts that you want to clear. We're just letting them drain out through your feet. One more time. Gorgeous. I'd like to place a few stones, if that's okay with you. So I'm going to start with this Smoky quartz. And this is going to balance your upper and lower chakras, providing this beautiful merging of the two, as above, so below, as within, so without. It's a smoky kind of gray to silver to almost like a taupey kind of color. Sometimes it can be more clear, sometimes it can be almost black. It's a lovely stone, great stone for grounding, but incorporating all the aspects of self into that grounding. I want to remind you of all of these areas of connection, these areas of belonging. Whenever I feel out of sorts or disconnected or like I don't belong, I always go in nature. For me, nature is so connecting, and it brings me back not only to, my sense of belonging, but also my sense of self. I am able to kind of reinvigorate, and that restorative quality of being in nature, I think, is so profound. And whether you want to look at it as forest bathing or just going on a hike, surrounding ourselves with that kind of energy. There's so much energy in the trees and the animals and the insects and all of the plants, flowers. It's just the sky, everything, the earth. It just is so connecting. And it's so helpful for perspective and all of that. When you're standing looking at a mountain, it's hard to feel that your problems are, as big as they are when you're standing in front of something so monumental. And if you don't connect with that and you're like, actually, I just feel small and like my problems are overwhelming me, we're all different. But, looking up at the night sky and just allowing yourself, if you don't have that sense of like perspective and kind of that, I totally get it. If you don't relate to that, then just kind of gazing up at the night sky in wonder and recognizing the gratitude that we have for the ability to experience this moment right here, right now. And then we can start to connect to all those energies, recognizing that we don't need to fit into nature. We belong just as we are. We don't need to work hard to be accepted in nature. We are accepted just as we are. In fact, often when we shed more of these coats of who we're supposed to be or what we think we're supposed to do, that's when we ground even deeper into our sense of belonging in nature, with the natural world, I find. Then also thinking about, when I look at the cosmos, I think so much about those who have come before me, my ancestors and the ancestors of this land. So you can start to connect with those things. And none of this is in place of human connection in real time, in the moment, in the flesh. But it is about recognizing that once you feel that true sense of belonging, I believe that's when you can start to attract those people into your life who can see you for who you truly are, accept and love you for who you truly are. But if we don't feel courageous, strong enough to accept ourselves, then it's so much harder for the people to even see us or even, be able to accept us. So it's sort of about having the courage to open ourselves up so that we can be seen. Okay, my dear. I want to invite in this beautiful green moonstone, green garnierite. This is a river stone. So I want to invite in this sense of, you are supported by the river. You are supported by the flow of water. Whenever I feel out of sorts, I'm going to go to the lake. I'm going to get completely submerged in water. It's in the dead of winter. Here, usually in the dead of winter, we have feet and feet of snow. If it's in the dead of winter, I'll take a shower or a bath. For me, the element of water is just so important to connect and reconnect with myself. So for me, water is just so beautiful and so powerful in reconnecting. Maybe it's different for you. Maybe you connect with the element of air. And so going out on a windy day and just feeling the air just wash over you, maybe that's really, really helpful. And that helps you just sort of release all of your cares and feel more like yourself again. Maybe you're a very earth element and walking barefoot in the woods is so helpful. Or even just, sitting for a moment with your back against a tree. Maybe you're connected with fire. And so, lighting a fire in the hearth and sitting by the fire and maybe even writing down things you want to release and casting them into the flames feels really supportive for you. Or lighting a candle and setting your intention on that. But sort of learning what works for you and figuring out what that is, and then really dedicating time to giving yourself what you need. The most important thing is recognizing that you belong here. You are always at home in yourself. So recognizing that this is your home. You are safe. You are accepted. You are loved. That's just vitally important. But first we have to do the work to ensure that all of this is in support of that. We have to kind of clean our house, keep our house maintained, nice and clean and, organized. So it's helpful just to say, if you have these thoughts about, I don't belong, I'll never fit in, I'll never do this, nobody likes me, blah, blah, blah. Just say, I'm gonna clean out that cupboard of those thoughts. Recognize, that's not true. Those are thoughts that I've been programmed to have. And instead I'm going to say, I belong here. I am fully accepted here. You know what? I'm really kind and I do my best. I do belong. I'm supported by energies that are swirling all around me that are supporting me. I belong with the elements, with water, with earth. This here already. This is a piece of driftwood, so it's connected to water and earth. I'm connected to earth. I'm connected to earth. I'm connected to fire. I'm connected to air. Just recognizing that there are so many ways and aspects that we can connect with that belonging and that sense of belonging. So right here, always you belong, okay? Just gonna place this right here. So here's our driftwood. I'm gonna place it back where it was. So just on your solar plexus. We're connecting, sort of like spreading out like roots of a tree, your sense of confidence, courage, and belonging here in your chakra that's associated with your worthiness. When we're talking about belonging, expressing yourself from a really authentic place is so important. Again, so that others can hear and see a likeness. Give people an opportunity to connect to you. If you're always trying to fit in or people please or make sure that nobody dislikes you, then you're never really allowing people to see who you are and find that genuine connection. So very often you are going to find yourself in a loop of people pleasing, trying to fit in, feeling like you don't belong. Oh, you messed up by being yourself. And they found out that you weren't who they thought that you were. And so then they started to not like you, and you'll feel like you don't belong. Oh, maybe you don't belong anywhere. It's all a fallacy. You do belong. You just need to find that community. And so self-expression, which is held in our Vishuddha chakra, our throat chakra, expression, truth, honesty, expression. Communication, yes, expressing all of these elements through the first, second, third, fourth, fifth chakras coming out. So it's this deeply connected energy flowing up through the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, and then through to the throat chakra. Blue lace agate, I showed you this a moment ago, or earlier in the session. And this is a great stone for sort of gentle self-expression. When we're talking about belonging, if you're oscillating too far on the other side, sometimes when you feel like you don't belong, you can be resentful of people. They just don't get me. And it can swing from this sense of isolation to entitlement. They don't get me. And then I'm better than them. I deserve more than this. Maybe you do deserve belonging for sure. So maybe you do deserve better than feeling like you don't belong, but you're not better than these people. It's just about finding that group. It's like, two magnets that are opposite. We just need to switch it or find that, find that magnet that's turned the right way that we can then really connect with. So I'm going to place this very gently on your throat chakra, inviting in that gentleness, a very kind of calming energy here so that you can accept what is, okay, these relationships aren't fulfilling me. I don't feel like we're clicking or connecting, but I'm excited to meet the people that I do connect with. I'm excited to share my light with those people. I'm excited to have those really deep connections. So just being open to that and accepting where you are right now. So placing this very gently on your throat chakra. Just feeling good. Feeling good. Good. Lastly, I want to place a stone on your crown. I want to place our beautiful rose quartz on your crown. And I just basically want to call in the light of the divine to fill you up. That you belong in the beautiful embrace of divine light. That's like true belonging. It's fully resonant, aligned, open. Placing this on your crown. You are so wonderful. You are so amazing. You are so accepted. You are so loved. Let's do our Reiki precepts. I'm going to light a little bit of incense off of our candle. We'll just do our Reiki precepts. I have a video about the Reiki precepts, which I can link or you can find on my page. Just Reiki within a Reiki precept, something like that. You can repeat them to yourself or aloud, or you can simply allow the words to wash over you, soothing and calming you. Just for today, I will not anger. And this is really about not acting from a place of anger. It's not about squishing our anger down. It's just about saying, I can control my actions. I will not act from a place of anger. Just for today, I will not worry. Similarly, just for today, I will not act from a place of fear. I will not act from a place of fear. Recognizing that I can't control that emotion. I can't stuff that worry away and hope that it stays down, stuffed in the bottom of my shoe. But instead, I can say, I can control my thoughts. I can control my actions. And I'm strong enough to feel my feelings. This fear that's here, I'm strong enough to process it. But I will not act from a place of fear. Just for today, I will be honest. I will live and work honestly. Just for today, I will be grateful. Just for today, I will be kind. Kind to myself and to every living being. Okay, my dear. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm sending you so much love and support. Just know that you belong here, in this little corner of the internet. This is a place for you. You're safe, you're accepted, you belong. And you belong here. You belong here. You want to place your hands over your heart space. Just maybe say, I'm safe and I belong. See you again very soon. I upload every Wednesday and Sunday. So stay tuned for some more kind of chill out Reiki sessions. And I'm so grateful for you. And I love you. And I'll see you again very soon. Okay? Namaste. It's gonna be okay. So sending that love towards you, and see if you can just maybe breathe it in. Fill yourself up with that gorgeous, loving energy. Imagine the aroma just swirling in and flowing all through your body. Which can be directed and channeled with laser-like precision to help you accomplish tasks and achieve objectives. position